You guys, I am so excited for this video. A little while ago, my good friend Andi picked up the BH Cosmetics Smitten in Switzerland palette from TJ Maxx, I believe it was, and I immediately messaged her when I saw it on her unboxing and said, I called dibs on the palette bingo, and she agreed. So today we are doing a palette bingo with one of my very favorite palettes, the BH Cosmetics Smitten in Switzerland. Hi, I'm Tina. Welcome to Beautiful Journey. I am so glad that you decided to spend a little time with me today. I think everybody knows by now that BH Cosmetics was bought by Revolution, and we don't know what's going to happen with that. But these have been available at TJ Maxx and Marshalls and Ross, and so some people have found them that haven't been messed with by people testing them. And as I said, this is one of my favorite BH palettes. In fact, this was the second BH palette that I ever bought. The first was Love in London, and it was when I was just getting into makeup back in 2018, 2019, and I was trying to get some different color stories, but not get too crazy and out there with the bright colors. And this one just does that so well. There are so many pretty neutrals in here, but then there are these pops of blue and green, and they just are amazing. So Andi did the random number draw, and I'm going to move over just a little bit. I'm going to put the palette picture right here, and I'm going to do some live swatches on my arm really quickly before I put them on my eyes. The first color we have to use is Slope, and it's just a really cool brown, perfect transition color. Lucerne is this pretty mauve. Zurich is a beautiful mauve shimmer. Alps, watch this one. I love this color. It's just a super cool taupey shimmer, just beautiful. And then finally, Chocolate, which is this deep, rich, chocolatey brown. I'm going to do one eye on camera, and then I will do the other eye, but edit that out. And so you will see both eyes progressing, but only one on camera. Y'all know my good friend Andi, right? You've been to her channel. If you haven't, I will have that linked down below. And I do encourage you when you're finished here to go check out her video, because I know she's going to do an amazing eye look. She is just so talented and really does a great job with eyeshadow, with playing with color, but also making really wearable looks with color, which is also my goal. I like to dabble in color. I'm not completely comfortable with super bright eye looks, but I think it's fun to play with color. Right now, I am just getting a base of this brown to recess the hood a little bit and define the crease and start building up some depth in the outer corner. And then we're going to add color with the others. So most of this is actually going to get covered up, but it provides a base for the rest of it. I'm going to take just a clean, fluffy brush, and I'm going to blend those edges before I move on. I want to make sure that there aren't any defined edges or lines. These shadows blend so easily. They are so good for beginners. And I know some of you may be thinking, but I don't have that palette and I can't get it. BH Cosmetics website does still exist. You can still order from them. I'm not sure filming this if you can get this palette, but if you can, I will definitely leave a message on the screen to let you know. Okay, so there's our base, and I'm just going to use that same brush, wipe it off in my color switch, and go into Lucerne. It's this pretty dusty mauve color, and I'm using the tip that I got from my friend Leanna. She bought this palette on my recommendation. This is a Dollar Tree ceramic soap dish, and I use it as a palette for my foundation, but now I also use it to tap off the excess of my eyeshadow before I go in on my eye. And I am going to dab first to put the color where I want it before I start with the little circles and windshield wipers to blend it in. And I find that that gives me a better coverage and less patchiness if I dab first, because then I don't end up with all of the color deposited in one spot. And if I need a little bit more, I just go in, tap off, and add more. And this I am focusing deeper in the crease. I'm not raising it up on the hood as much as I did that brown color, because the brown is already there to recess the hood. So if you've ever watched Andi, you know that she is just funny, and she's a joy to watch. It's relaxing. It just takes your mind off of everything that might be bothering you. You can just get lost in a makeup video for a while. She has just such a fun personality. She's a little bit sarcastic. She has a dry sense of humor, but she's also just kind, and she's a good friend. I'm also going to use a flat shader brush and just take a little bit of that color on the lid, because that will help provide a base of color for the shimmer that I'm going to add there next. And of course, that decision left me with some fallout, so let me get rid of that real quick. Just brushed away, no big deal. Next, I'm going to take Zurich on my finger. These shimmers are just amazing. And I'm going to pat that on to the outer 2/3 of my eye. Like that. You might have already noticed that I have the rest of my face done. I am testing some new products that I got from Sephora, Ulta, Amazon, and Dollar Tree, and I will have that video up on next Monday, I think. So if you want to make sure you see what I'm testing out on my face, make sure that you are subscribed and that you have that notification bell selected to all, and that your notifications are turned on so you won't miss that when it goes up. Pretty shimmer. And then Alps, I'm going to use my pinky finger, and I'm going to put that in the inner portion to brighten up that area right there. So pretty. And I'm actually going to bring that just a little bit further out, I think, today. Even along the lash line, just a little bit. Yes, so pretty. I am going to use this flat shader brush, but I'm only going to use the very tip of it, and I'm going to go into chocolate, tap off any extra so I don't get fallout, and just press that along the lower lash line there, and also along the upper lash line. I'm going to use this as a bit of liner and to deepen up the outer V area. And then I'm going to flip that brush over and blend in that outer V. And it just gives a little more depth and a little more lift to the outer corner of the eye. I did get a little bit of fallout, but I'm going to clean that up and it'll be just fine. I really should start leaving the second eye on camera, because I often do a better job on the second eye than I do on the first eye. But that's okay. You can see this was a super quick eye look. I did not take a lot of time. It blended easily. I am going to just take a wipe, and I'm going to just pull that corner. And yes, I did disturb the makeup that was underneath, but it's okay. I'm just going to take a little bit of that concealer that I used and dab that there. Pat it in, and come back with my blending sponge, blend the edges. And finally, I just take my powder brush that I used earlier. I'm not putting any more powder on it, and I'm just going to set that down, and it's all fixed. So don't panic if something goes wrong when you're doing your makeup. You can fix it. You don't have to just start all over. You kind of got to have a Bob Ross attitude of, it's just a happy little accident, and just make it a tree or something. So these colors are so much my jam, and I know they're Andi's too. And so I was really glad when she picked those. I was kind of hoping maybe we could get into some of the greens or blues, but just, you know, these beautiful rosy, cool tone mauves, and it's just so pretty. I am going to go do my eyeliner and my mascara, and I will be right back. I'm back, and I used the Clinique Quick Liner for Eyes. This was my Ulta birthday gift. I will give more thoughts on this in the video that will be coming up, but as a preview, I'm not happy that it transferred to my lower waterline. That does not make me happy. I also used the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. Love this, and it doesn't flake, doesn't smudge, comes off easily. I don't know that I would buy it full price, but I would definitely get it again. I got it in the Ipsy pop-up shop for $12, and yes, it's definitely worth that. Andi and I had the option to use another color for an inner corner highlight if we wished, and I really don't think that I need something else in the inner corner, but I would like to put a little bit of the color Snowcap just underneath my eyebrows. I'm going to take that on a little shader brush and just kind of brighten that area right there, just a tiny little bit. Just like that. And I hope that this look shows you that you don't have to spend a lot of time to get a fairly dramatic, soft glam look if it's a good eyeshadow. I've done similar looks where I struggled and struggled to get the eyeshadow to blend or to stay on my eyes, and I do not have that problem with this formula. So Revolution, please, please, please don't mess with the BH formula when you launch new products. I recently did a video that became my channel trailer about finding your tribe, and I hope that you can find that here with me. Andi is definitely a member of my tribe. She's encouraging, she's uplifting, and she can give me constructive criticism when I need it. And we all need friends who can do that for us. Because if we don't know where we need improvement, then how do we grow? So to help me find out how many of you actually watch my videos all the way through, if you're still here, in the comments down below, just type "still here." Not only would that be encouraging for me, but it also helps with my engagement, and YouTube uses that measure to know if it should show my videos to more people. So you'll be helping my channel as well as giving me some encouragement. I hope that you've enjoyed this video and that this is an eye look you might want to replicate. If so, please, before you leave, hit that thumbs up. I'm going to link a couple of videos over here that you can take a look if you're still wanting to watch some more, and I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye!